Good evening if you're in the Philippines. Good morning. My name is William Jones. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Local Dominator. I'm going to be talking about local SEO, local GeoGrid secrets. And in this video, we're going to expose the businesses hitting Google Maps ranking problems in about 5 minutes. So if this is your first time watching the channel, my name is William. I have over 20 years of SEO experience. I'm the owner of WolfForge Digital. If you have any SEO questions, business questions, mindset questions, or mentorship questions, feel free to drop them below and I will gladly answer them. I even have people ask me about what's it like living in the Philippines or how to move to the Philippines. Any of that I can actually help you and assist you with as well. But like I said in today's video, we're going to be talking about local GeoGrids for local SEO, and I'm going to give you some local SEO hacks and tips and tricks. Please, if you like this video, share it on your Facebook wall. If you give me a few minutes, I'm actually going to be sharing this in some groups, and then we're going to go ahead and dive in. We're going to run a GeoGrid report. I'm going to show you some things that I would suggest and tools and things I like about Local Dominator, which is owned by Eldar. Give me 1 second, and I'm going to share this in some groups. If you could, please do the same as well. Share it on your Facebook wall. Share it in groups that you're a part of. All we like to do is give value and help business owners. I could care less. You can use me, use my services, or not. You just apply what we teach, and that will make me happy. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. So first things first, I don't know if you've ever seen the tool or if you've seen one of these maps. Let me pull one up and I'll show you what I mean. And then we'll go from there. All right, this is going to be for one of our junk removal, dumpster rental clients, that sort of thing. So, for example, this is a GeoGrid. This is what we call a GeoGrid, and this is showing his ranking. This is where he is located at. Now, when you first start with us, our goal is to get you for dumpster rental near me, junk removal near me, junk removal services, junk removal company, dumpster rental company, all those. We start out at 6 miles, and then we're going to expand out further, and I'll show you what that looks like. If we were to expand this out to 7 miles, right, we go from there to this. If you will, this is a 13, this is 6 miles, this is 7 miles, and then from there we go to 10. Now, let's just say we're going to run this for dumpster rental near me, dumpster rental services, dumpster rental company. I don't care about the maps aspect. I'm going for the local pack or the 3-pack. You can also check it on mobile or desktop. The rankings will also appear different based on, is it in maps or is it in the local pack? And I'll show you what I mean by that. If you go to here, and let's just say I was to type in, for instance, he is in, let's just say Atlanta, Georgia. I'm just dumpster rental, Atlanta. I'm just giving an example. Dumpster rental, Atlanta. So this is the area I'm choosing. I'm in Atlanta. I have my VPN up. And this is your 3-pack. And then if you have more places, that takes you over to maps. Okay. So your algorithm will be different. It will also be different based upon if you are on mobile or desktop. So now let's say I'm going to run these ranking report. Let's say he's actually ranking in this entire area. He's a service area based business. I actually don't prefer businesses to be SOBs or service area based business when we're working on them. I'd rather the address shown, because address shown is number one ranking factor, which is proximity. So one of the things, for example, I recently saw, I believe it's Darren Shaw, he mentioned this. Let's say, for example, if you look at most of these maps, let's just go over here. Let's grab one of these maps, if you will. Generally, on their location, if it's not a service area based business and it was one with an address shown, generally, sometimes you'll see these red dots around it. We always want to be in these, if you will, within the city lines. We don't want to be right next to the city lines. In other words, when I look for Atlanta, I don't want my GMB outside of Atlanta. I want it within Atlanta, the main city, or what we call the city lines, okay? We want it to be within the city lines. You see these red lines right here? We want it to be in the center as close as possible into the hub. We don't want it near like the edges. The closer you are to the edges, the harder it is going to be for you to rank. So that's another little hack for you. Be in the city center, get an office in the city center. Let's go ahead and run this report, and we'll see when it comes back. The next hack I'm going to give you, I want to see what this runs as, because this is a new client, and he's already number one in the 6 mile radius, which you got him to. Now we're going to expand it out. There's some other things you can do and with Local Dominator, and I'll show you. But we could also analyze the scan. So let's say if it was a bad scan and you weren't ranking and you're like, what can I do to get better rankings? You hit analyze, and it will actually analyze everything about it, your competitors, your reviews, your postings, etc., and tell you what you can do better. But for right now, let's go back here. All right, so now this is exactly what I wanted to happen. So not too bad. Already in the maps, he's in the top 3, the dumpster rental near me. All right, and I'm going to show you what I would do with the now red areas, those sort of things. Dumpster rental. Let's just do dumpster rental. So all of this area, he's green, number 1. He's in the top 3. So what would I do? So now if I want to expand this GeoGrid, I want to take over more area, because I know a lot of people will say, well, you can't, even though I know that's just simply not true. What I would do with this GeoGrid, and what we do at Wolfforge Digital, is then I would give this report, goes to our off-page department and our on-page department. And now this next 30 days, let's say first 30 days, we got them ranking number 1 in the 6 mile radius. Now we want to focus on the expansion. How do we do it? So first thing I'm going to wind up doing is I'm going to go pull a I'm going to pull a Google Sheet up. And then a Google Sheet, for example, in the Google Sheet, and let me do this for you real quick. I'm going to look at the areas that he's not ranking in. And I'll show you what I mean. Once I'm done uploading this, go File, Upload, Dumpster Rental. Open with Sheets. So this is showing the latitude, longitude, the rankings, the reviews, everything. And that is information we need, but give me a few seconds. All right, so these are the Google URLs. It will also pull, you notice the different businesses, it will pull them in here as well, right? So what I want to do is I want the latitude and longitude of all the areas where we're not ranking. So this gives me a good bit of what I need, but let's clear this out. So what I will then do, and we'll then go back over here to this GeoGrid, and every single point that's not in the top 3, I will click on it and I will pull the latitude and longitude of every single one. And then I will put it in here. And the reason for this, and obviously I want the date and I put in today's date, but the reason for this is I am going to start focusing all of my off page and on page on the areas we are not currently ranking in. If we're not ranking there, then I'm going to focus on those areas. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, and I'll literally have my team will do it manually. Manually do it. Don't try to AI it. Don't try to sit there and hack your way into a different way of doing it. All right, so now once I have this information, the next thing as well is, now this part I will use some ChatGPT with. It just makes it a little bit easier. And I'll go over to ChatGPT. And I'll ask ChatGPT, give me a list of the cities and neighborhoods where the GeoGrid does not show me in the top 3. And I will simply pull, I want pulled from here I'm going to have it pull, as we were showing you earlier, pull from your GeoGrid where you're not ranking in. I wanted to pull the neighborhood cities, everything that you're not ranking in. Why? Because then we're going to start making on-page content about these areas as well as our off-page press releases, Google My Business posts, backlinks, everything will be about that. And I'll use ChatGPT to tell me the areas falling outside the top 3 rankings. So now I have all of this, right? 57% in the top 1, 83% in the top 3, outside the top 20, etc. So for dumpster, and it tells you what to build, but what I specifically want is this. And then I would give my team this list. I will give them this list, for example, and be like, these are the areas we need to focus on. Done. Area of focus. Because I am anal retentive about some of this stuff, I will do this. And then I'll put in insert check marks. And personally, what I want is I want all the on page being done for this area. I want city pages and all my off page for this area. Now, obviously, I cannot hit all of these areas in 1 month, but I will hit them over time. And then we're going to be focusing all of our off page on these specific areas. So you can pull the latitude and longitude. All you got to do is click on any of these. It will show you the latitude and longitude here. It will also, you can export it as a CSV if you wanted to with all of the top competitors. I don't really care for that aspect of it. That's not the part I want. I just want the latitude and longitude of all of the areas that he's not ranking in. So if you just hit, export as CSV, and I'll show you. So that, what that gives us when we export is it's giving you literally the latitude, longitude, the keyword, the business name of all your competitors, what's their address, what's their place ID, what's their website. It's always going to be the same scan size, same distance, same, then I can look at their categories, see if it's any variations, what's their rankings as far as the reviews, which ones have the most reviews, etc. I really don't want any of that, so that's why I don't use, if you will, the GeoGrid, what it gave me there. Okay. Now, and I don't want to just export the CSV like it shows you can with this, because once you come back here, it's just giving you every latitude and longitude, which is not what I want. I specifically want the latitude and longitudes of areas where I'm not ranking in, because I'm going to focus all of my on page and off page on these areas. I promise you, once you do this, what's going to happen, you're going to start seeing movement as well in your rankings in this area. So, for example, if I type in latitude and longitude, if I go into Google, it literally shows you this is the latitude and longitude, this is the area, these are the streets. So there's reasons why we pull that. But then, like I said, we're going to be focusing on page and off page in these areas. Like if we typed in Josie B, any of that, but nevertheless, all of these are different areas, like limestone, Google's literally pulling up all this information. I believe this is in Georgia. Yeah. So this is in Georgia. It's a rural area. They're religious. This tells you this information about them. But we want to pull any of this up, and we're going to be writing content about it. I'll show you guys tonight or tomorrow morning, depending where you're at, how to now write content. One of the things we do, let's say you don't want to do all this, we have this in our SEO packages. In our SEO packages, underneath, I believe it's Success Blueprint, we do a 30-page geostack, which is local relevance, and we do the advanced city and neighborhood pages, 50 plus pages. Meaning, let's say you are in Atlanta, we go Atlanta neighborhoods, and it shows you all the neighborhoods. There's literally 240 of them. So in Atlanta, you'd have to get more than that. If you wanted all 240 of them, you have to order it, and the way you order it is underneath content. And you can order the different city pages and advanced city pages, or you can come down here and just order 50,000 words of content. That would cover 50 new locations. 90K would be 90 new locations. 1 million would cover everything under the sun pretty much. But I'm going to show you how we apply this tonight in our advanced city pages, neighborhood pages, and how to then apply it. So what you do is, once you've gotten this, we got all this latitude, longitude information. We also now have all the cities we want. So in this case, we need 26 new pages, so 26,000 words of content. So it basically costs you about $200 to get all of those additional pages done, content done, to get you ranking and moving in those areas. And then we'd also want to concentrate off-page content like press releases. Basic standard press release is all you need. You don't need any of the advanced ones, although I could recommend them. You just need the basic. And then as far as the backlinks, the next thing I would wind up doing is specifically adding the YouTube stack and podcast stack and press stack, all of those for those additional areas. YouTube, podcast, and press release. Press releases, I already showed you could buy for $15 each, but then add in the podcast stack and YouTube stack. Now, if you wanted to do the blogs, the proper way is going to be for example, and I'll show you this, would be, we're going to take the content that we make tonight, we're going to make those in the blogs, and then those blogs will be turned into YouTube videos, which will be turned into podcasts, which will be then turned into press releases, daisy chain it all back together, and then feed it into an advanced G stack or Google Drive stack. Tonight, I'm going to show you once again how to then take those cities, and we're going to make them into an advanced city page and a geostack page. I'm going to show you what those are as well and how to utilize them best. So tonight you will see this, and I will show you, give you a glance of what we're going to go over tonight. This is an advanced on-page tactic. It definitely works. In the bottom of this website, this is an example. It's an old client. You will see, and you won't even find this unless you see it, but learn about Arizona. If you click on it, this is literally going to take you to a page. Everything's about Arizona, latitude, longitude, streets, etc., best restaurants, interesting neighborhood, points of interest, things to do, places to go, hotels, resorts, and all of these have their own pages. It's over 30 plus pages. Then the advanced city page, for example, will look a little bit like this. List out your services, and underneath your services, it will also have the neighborhoods, places to go, top sites, etc. And we're going to go over how to do that tonight. It moves the needle. Those pages, when I create them, usually start ranking within less than a week. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me double check, see if I have any questions. Good morning, Shona. Hey Eric, what do you have for ChatGPT? So ChatGPT, I am using, I believe it's ChatGPT Plus and Pro, but that's basically it. I don't use a whole lot of it. I use it to get certain things done fast. So hopefully that answered your question. I will see you guys again later tonight. And if you have any other questions, you're watching this replay, just comment below and I will answer them for you. If you want the Excel spreadsheet, let me know and I will send that over to you so you can start using it for the latitude and longitude. Let me kind of show you that again. Latitude, longitude. I'm going to give you all of this real quick. So here's another thing. This is just part of it. But part of it, we then take the latitude and longitude, like I showed you. You get the local dominator grid, you're logged in, and then you get driving directions from every point not in the top 3 to the GMB location. That's part of it. And then you also want to then put this into your ID loop, your Google Cloud Stack, your Google Drive Stack, and your tiered syndication network. Besides that, you're also going to put it into your press releases and your YouTube stack and your podcast stack. But hopefully that answered some of your guys' questions. Give me 1 second. Any more questions? Any more questions? I'm just waiting on you guys before I shut this off. Latitude. Pretty sure that's going to be about it for today. Just want to make sure. So yeah, that's the latitude and longitude. This is the template. You would do number 1, it's going to be driving directions. I explained very clearly how to do it, and we'll show you that again tonight. And then how to create the content. But once you're done creating the content, the YouTube videos, the press releases, everything, it all needs to go into your ID loop, your cloud stack, your G stack, and your tiered syndication network. So, all right, let me see. Any more questions before I shut all this out? All right, guys. So again, my name is William. And if you have any questions, feel free. If you want to get on a call with me, go over to Wolfforge Digital and book a call. WolfforgeDigitalAgency.com or book a call there. Or you can go over to my Facebook profile and book a call there as well, just by simply clicking on Calendly.com and getting on a call, or clicking on my link there and booking a call with me. We can go over how to make money with SEO, or any SEO questions you have, or mentorship questions you may have too. Again, my name is William. I have over 20 years of SEO experience, and remember, greatness is forged through discipline. Until next time, I will see you guys later. See you again tonight.